Monte Carlo, the mecca for the rich and famous, provides the affluent backdrop for the Monaco Grand Prix. The motto here is, if you've got it, flaunt it. Naomi Campbell and P. Diddy are amongst the VIPs on hand, and as always, Prince Albert gives the royal seal of approval. David Coulthard qualified on pole ahead of championship leader Michael Schumacher and teammate Mika Häkkinen. The field gets set for the warm-up lap, but it won't be led by Coulthard. In a repeat of the Spanish Grand Prix, his launch control fails at a critical moment. Once again, Michael Schumacher profits from McLaren misfortune. The world champion takes full advantage of Coulthard's relegation to last and leads from Häkkinen and Barrichello. Ralf Schumacher takes fourth from Irvine, opening the door for his teammate. The Scot will have to be patient as there's very little room for manoeuvre at the Grand Hotel hairpin. As always, the Armco is there to punish the hasty, and Heidfeld is just another victim. Schumacher leads from Häkkinen, Barrichello, Ralf Schumacher and Montoya. The former Formula 3000 champion has had an incident-packed first 6 races, and a trip over the curbs here sets him up for more of the same. His bosses love his speed and fighting spirit, but a few more finishes wouldn't go amiss. Barrichello approaches the tunnel as he pursues second-place Häkkinen. There's more than just light at its end. A potential Ferrari 1-2 is on offer thanks to the Finns' handling problems. A dreadful weekend for McLaren, and indescribably frustrating season so far for their former world champion. A total of 4 points is a miserable haul for a driver of his talents. There's no end in sight to McLaren's problems. Coulthard is stuck in 13th, behind Enrique Bernoldi's arrows. Precious few overtaking opportunities and some great defensive driving from the Brazilian will test the Scots' strength of character to the limit. Help for Coulthard's predicament could come from an unexpected source. Can the Scot take advantage as Schumacher comes up to lap him and Bernoldi? He gives the race leader plenty of room, but loses valuable ground to Bernoldi. Ferrari is not likely to shed any tears. Honda power comes to the fore in the battle for 5th. But Trulli and Villeneuve will soon be joined by Fisichella's Bennett and Renault. However, all thoughts of a 3-way scrap melt away like Trulli's engine. Watching the pit wall monitor has been a stressful experience for Eddie Jordan this season. Eddie Irvine looks set to equal Jaguar's best ever result if he can hold on to 4th place. The Ulsterman's advances further frustrate the progress of Coulthard, who is still stuck behind Bernoldi. Monaco has the habit of turning the form book on its head. It's unlikely that team principal Bobby Rahal would have predicted one of his cars would be lapping a McLaren. Michael Schumacher is seldom prey for upsets. That's why he's a magnet for other sports stars, like Ronaldo. John Alesi is in 6th. His hold on the last championship point becomes even more secure, following Frenson's misjudgment in the tunnel. Driver-team boss relations will be the biggest casualty of that crash. At the front, Michael Schumacher comes in for his one and only stop. This allows his teammate to assume the lead. Albeit briefly, as the Brazilian has yet to make his stop. Electrical problems look like curtailing Ralf Schumacher's race, putting Irvine on the verge of Jaguar's best ever result. 6th place Coulthard is long free of Bernoldi after their pit stops and could salvage some points. That's beyond Ralf Schumacher, despite the best intentions of his pit crew. His retirement also promotes Villeneuve to 4th. Rubens Barrichello's short tenure at the front is about to come to an end as he pits for more fuel and fresh rubber. The Brazilian leaves the way clear for Michael Schumacher to retake the lead. Alain Prost looks concerned. Jean Alesi's up to 5th, but a rear puncture puts the prospect of the team's first points of the season under threat. The problem is quickly dealt with. This stop lets Coulthard up to an unthinkable 5th, but the Frenchman is still on course for a valuable championship point. Michael Schumacher's victory has never been in doubt. He can even afford to slow right down to let Barrichello close for the grandstand finish. There'll be plenty of basking in reflective glory for Irvine, who bags Jaguar's first ever podium. Much to the relief of Bobby Rahal. Schumacher celebrates a 5th Monaco victory, while Prost saviour Alesi forgets there's barely enough room to swing a cat at La Rascasse, never mind an F1 car. He finishes 6th, behind Coulthard.
I don't know what is so special. I certainly love that circuit. I have always found it easier to find my setup, which is very important again here, to throw around the car through the corners. But you have to be lucky to some degree as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic to get a podium, and especially here, you know. To have 2 Ferraris and a Jaguar on the podium in Monaco's really what Formula One's about in a way.
So far, Formula One 2001 is about Schumacher and Ferrari domination. The world champion's 4th victory takes him 12 points clear in the Drivers' Championship, while Barrichello's 2nd place helps give Ferrari a 32-point lead in the race for the Constructors' title.